Good morning and welcome back to my Quiet Time Corner. I've just looked at my last video, the one with the cube, and I honestly don't know if I like it because I wished I would have been more natural. But video making is really hard, and it's being at the total beginning, it's kind of hard to just be me. But the message in the video is really good, so if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. You can really learn a lot from a Rubik's Cube. What I do want to share with you today is that 7 years ago, this was me. Since then, I've made 2 videos about my recovery, and I started to ponder about a lot of things on my blog, which I will link below. I burnt out, but I had really clear warning signs, anger and tons of self-pity, and because of it, I behaved quite badly. I tried to operate like one of these, using my own energy and splitting myself into too many pieces. That's how nuclear plants work. But if they don't have a super reliable cooling system, they will eventually get out of control and blow. I did. I blew way too often. My cooling system was hopelessly inadequate, and I couldn't keep up with the energy output expected of me. I also felt like kind of a worm most of the time. Unwanted, unappreciated, and totally insignificant. And I covered it up by staying incredibly busy. At first, when I became a mother, I didn't mind slowing down the pace a little bit. But I eventually figured out that being at home with children is like driving a Ferrari at walking speed for 1,000 miles. I tried to be a good wife and mother, doing way too many different things in a day, and I didn't even notice that I was constantly upset. These things actually give you warning signs before they blow, but I ignored them way too long. I was an isolated and stressed out mom, and that's not a good thing. At the height of my frustration, I had to walk through the dark valley of breast cancer, and with the help of doctors and quiet times right here, God gently healed me completely. He turned me from this into one of these. Solar plants are so much more stable, and all they do is soak up the sun and pass the energy on, and that's exactly what I do in my quiet times here. I just sit and soak up a little bit of peace and then try and get through my day. I am far from perfect, but I know that I'm not one of these anymore, but slowly becoming one of these, and so can you. By talking to God and getting to know Jesus, I finally figured out that I don't have to be alone and stressed out anymore, and all of that just because of little quiet times. So if you struggle with possible frustration and burnout, then please consider having a tiny quiet time today, and I promise you will feel so much better right away. Thank you for watching, and please come back or subscribe below. Oh yes, and I almost forgot. If you want a scripture to read about burnout, go read Psalm 18 verse 6 to 24, but be sure to read it in the Message Bible. It is so cool. God put me back together, and He'll do the same for you.